everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Cousins, Redskins, going up against Flacco's Ravens. With that, let's get you on up to Baltimore. So we welcome in our commentary team of Brandon Goddard and Charles Davis.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a
come on, man.
Come on,
man. Come on, man. Don't come on now. Come on now. Did you see the game, though? Did you see that game, though?
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Man, how CJ do the pick six and stumble the ball in the end zone? Yeah, exactly. Or if that fall on the ball first, like you know that he fumbles, just fall on the ball. Everybody try to super stroke. Just fall on the ball, man.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space.
First play. First play. I ain't missed a beat. I ain't missed a beat. Sit down. Okay. I ain't missed a beat.
Terrence West, 76 yards. And the
Ravens
have taken the early lead. The very first play from scrimmage. How about that? Talk about setting a tone.
But no, I got old
exactly that in the first
what's the name?
Of the game, the first
24. I got him all day.
Who's going to gain an advantage? But we saw exactly what happened there.
Oh yeah, Pyramid gonna toast him.
By the offensive team.
He don't get him one. Pyramid don't get him one.
Now it's Chris Thompson on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And this Ravens defense is
gotta put him deep.
Strong, and
Keep somebody in his zone. Keep somebody back there in his zone.
Now how about Zach Orr? 99 tackles on the season after 11 more in Week 12.
Great bloodlines. His father, Terry, played in the NFL as a tight end. You mentioned it, 11 tackles in this last game. How about the rest of the defense, though? Eric Weddle still controls center field. Love the way he plays. Had 7 tackles. And Terrell Suggs, he's back from the torn Achilles of 2015. 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and a big win against Cincinnati.
8 total sacks on the season now for Suggs. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
I ain't really been playing.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Yeah. No,
Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
Timmy Jernigan, play him over the nose, play him a defensive tackle.
Garbage, but it's just like I was in this league.
Timmy Jernigan can play.
They play like every other day. I can't be in the mood. Like if I'm doing winning, like they be serious and they be really be playing. I can't do that every day, man. Madden's too stressful to be playing it like that every day. I just want to hop on. Oh my God, I can't do this, man. I be really wanting to win. I can't just half-ass.
Buying time to his left. And he couldn't
drop
hang on to it through the contact.
That D, get him out of here. Get him out of here.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes.
Yeah. He ain't never touched the ball
knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he
ain't no loaf of bread back there. He broke off. Yeah, I clicked on him. I clicked on him and broke off.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. As Baltimore comes back.
What to me, I think you should let the play develop more. Like he's going on the post, you let that develop a little more. Remember, I was in the zone, so you let that. I don't know. You might have would have fought him.
13 carries, both right around 50 yards.
And don't forget.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You did throw in the right spot. You absolutely right.
For 19 yards, so they were comfortably over 100 yards before they gave it back at the end of the game. Punter Sam Cook took a 23-yard safety. Smart football for Baltimore at that time, but it hurt their rushing total. But when they run the ball well, when they're effective, that gives them a chance to win every game.
And the offense there, the O-line, everybody.
So when y'all moved to Mexico,
they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
I heard, man. I heard.
Flacco to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The reception good for 7.
Pyramid, he did that yesterday. I wasn't. I didn't see the game. I had to work. What's that? They did pyramid on the drag right. He took it to the house.
That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does because your goal.
Yeah. I don't know why they do that. I don't know
Initial
why
spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
It must be that cheap, huh?
Now the longtime Raven punter, Sam Cook, on to punt it away.
Run it before they ask him questions.
And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts.
See how I do? See how I put the ball?
At the 11-yard line. Out comes Washington's
I'm scared of your defense. I'm scared of your defense. I got a touchdown on the first play. And I'm scared of your defense.
We'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I got focused. 36.
He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is
Get him out of here.
Coaches, that's all they
Get him out of here.
Turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
They doing something right, man. Think about it, like, ain't bad, but it's just like, ain't impressing me. Like, they just winning. They got the best offensive line in the game. Y'all just run the ball. Throw a little pass here and there up with Dez and Whitney. Do it, keep it simple. They should have been doing this.
That was a really nice play there.
Exactly. But he kind of reminds me like Russell Wilson, though. Russell Wilson kind of play like that.
Incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But no second
That's exactly who reminds me of Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson ain't a bad quarterback to me. Do what you're supposed to do. Just make smart decisions. That's all I want my quarterback to make smart decisions.
Pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
I know, because it's personal for you, y'all rivalry. So.
On the return, Hester. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return.
I'm gonna actually watch that game Sunday because that's finally, they always playing. They don't either one team be sorry, the other team be good. I'm gonna actually watch it that time.
They beat the Giants and help Redskins calls for the playoffs. They pretty much like they can't fucking make their own way because they should have won that game last night. But once again, like I say, our defense. Okay, here's what I got.
The Ravens, they'll take over.
President, we can go back to it. Why is he running a fade right? Why is he running a fade right on the goal line? He's too little.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And this is
Watch it.
Into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
You the one telling the story. You the one telling the story. They ain't got it. Don't get mad at me. You tell the story. All right, keep going. We'll repeat that one more time. But Patrick Peterson picked it up.
Jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Yeah, exactly, because Patrick Peterson taller than You supposed to do that. You supposed to line up. If anything, you line up Jordan Reed out there and let him and Pat Peterson.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots, but what's the old adage? When you get another chance.
Oh, come on. I ain't did that since Madden, what, 13? I did about 3 years. Now, them days with the Chiefs, with that last year with the Chiefs.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now a second down throw for Cousins.
That can get him on defense play here right
there. Able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, when they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Caught right side, Davis. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
So much goes into
hey, I give you, I play bend but don't break. I give you, you ain't get nothing deep on me. I give you everything on me.
Tight end free downfield for the completion.
They come out here in the eye. They'll hand it off to Kelly. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly, and he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. Cousins on 3rd and 2.
I was sitting on it.
Has it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Cousins on 1st down. It's caught by Davis. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, finally
There's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs, it used to be when we were kids.
I ain't seen Vernon Davis since Cam Chancellor knocked him out on the side.
Run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
2nd down, Cousins. And Davis with it left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up.
You taking off till New Year's?
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Kelly. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
They'll go again with Kelly. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys in the quarterback position.
Cousins now on 2nd down. This will be caught at about
no pick one rep.
And Charles, what a game against the Cowboys for Jordan Reed. 10 catches, 95 yards, 2 touchdowns. He seemed unguardable.
We've talked about how throughout this season, more and more people are starting to realize that Jordan Reed is probably the best route-running tech.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker.
Jackson should have catched him. Now, how fast 25 is, man? He's so 25 faster than Deshaun Jackson.
Down to the 47-yard line. Ravens offense now. They get set to head back on the field. Last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, one pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives. Exactly
by the way.
What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
7-3, give him that block, 7-3.
About the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run.
That's what it is.
It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all.
So what about that touchdown?
But they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Second down, Flacco now. And it's grabbed by Crockett Gilmore.
Man-to-man, that's man-to-man right there. Somebody you doing no more man-to-man.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Hey.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Henry.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The linebacker, William Compton, in on the tackle. 2 minutes
so the
to go
pushers, man. You trying to get that 6-pack for the misses.
We're back to Baltimore after this.
Yeah, your pushers. Yeah, you trying to get the 6-pack for the misses.
And the D-line pitching together must be
oh, man, I hear you.
Now Flacco. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Remember, I sent the running back on the wheel route, so he gonna bait the other one to go up, so he got to play it. See what I'm saying? So it free him up.
So here we go. First,
you had 3 yellows. They're pretty much the middle of the field. But I did one of them in the I see my running back on the wheel route, so it kind of.
1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Crockett Gilmore, there. And now it's 2nd down.
All defenders get tired
3 in the middle.
about their
but on that route.
And why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass.
But that I had a drag route. The drag route was going to the purple. So the drag route was going to the purple, and I had a wheel route. I had a quarterback. I had a running back on the wheel route. So you're going up. You kind of like breaking off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Defense has to stand tall here, 3rd and 1. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. 3rd and just 1. It's Flacco. And it's brought in by Pitta. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle. There's almost always traffic.
To me, I was telling my
anytime
homeboy,
you're
he can't
receiving
make
that
good
area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision is going to come from, right? Because it's almost always
too hard to like dribble. It's too hard
able
to
to
do
concentrate, catch it, and even add a little extra at the end with a short run.
It's in the house.
From the gun, Flacco. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Dennis Pitta in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Man, I'm so tired of being irresponsible.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
But
we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They go back to the air here after the
He did not jump. He did not jump.
Jackson's got it over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Got to find me. Got to find me.
Has it first and 10.
Misses, that's all.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. First down. Here's Cousins.
They got Wi-Fi.
Surveying the field. Going up top. And this
You
is
caught it. You some bitch caught it.
And he's in for the touchdown.
Caught it. That's why somebody told me not to do that. Told me not to do that.
The prayer is answered.
I can't be mad because I can't be mad because John do
And
stuff
here
like
on the
that.
road, that
John
could be
will
a
do something like
huge score for their morale in the second half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games, but sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and it certainly applies here for them. But guess what? Just what you said. This touchdown can give them their belief back that they can win in the second half.
A long touchdown drive. That's all I need.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing is Cousins. It's caught by Jackson. And a loose football. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. Cousins from the gun on third. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
All them people right there, you throw it in that crowded area.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? Over the middle, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Here comes the D swarming to the line. They'll run it with West. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Flacco to throw here on third down, and hauled in by Pitta. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. This is Wentz.
And
now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Flacco looking for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That that's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
10 yards to go on third. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They're going to look to throw on 4th with Flacco. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
Don't play. Don't play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge, huge play. And when you have a free safety who can run like that, you've got to turn him loose.
They'll run again here with West. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Third and long for Joe Flacco. And he's going to go down here as sacked. They push him back to the 34. Chris Baker able to drop it for a loss of 12. And it'll be 4th down. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th.
Jackson.
And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. So now from a defensive perspective, they might still have a pulse.
Yeah, that probably would have sealed their fate, but now they're still within 2 scores.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught left side, Garcon. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Cousins now from the 50. Flushed out right. Right side caught by Jackson. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Oh, man, Cam Newton. Oh, man.
Cousins again. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
Now they made it harder. Remember, like the old one, but you can just sneak on in there and get. Now they kind of chip you a little bit.
Get your best players into space with the football in their hands.
I mean, you still do it, but they kind of
sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Cousins on first down. Crowder's got it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And now they're in the hurry-up. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To the air again. It's Cousins. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Third and long for Cousins. And Reed with it over the middle. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get the 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Oh, man. I'm trying to bait you on that. I've been trying to bait you. I thought he could, like, jump up and catch it sometimes.
They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
You don't want to beam it. You don't want to lob it. If you lob it, they give him more time to close in on it.
On second down, Cousins again. Flush to his right. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost.
Come on. Come on, man. Come on.
It's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him.
My God, man.
Trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Oh, that was good. What'd you say? That was giving time to it. That was good.
Will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Oh, man. And
Baltimore gets set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offense.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown.
Wait a minute. Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Oh, that went up there.
They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know.
I ain't never heard anybody getting bit for the
on the catch, it's Crowder. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Time for a break.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just surprised. Like, I never heard of
garbage time after this.
Detroit, let's go.
First down, here's Cousins. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. A second down throw for Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction. All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game. But here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Yeah, that was this year. I think that was last year too. People used to too many glitchy plays. Yeah, I think it was last year too. People doing too many glitchy stuff with that. Remember, I used to do a little screen. I used to run a screen like run a slant with it.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
But it was enough. Like you look on YouTube, they got so many glitchy stuff you do.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. To throw, Cousins. A gain of 6 there.
You want to win. People want to win so bad.
Cousins again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that,
same place,
that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
To the air again, it's Cousins.
I mean, one thing when you play
through the contact. Incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down.
Short.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens are looking like they're going to come away with a victory. And now here come the Ravens. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, you can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
I might get risky.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that.
crack of dawn, Monday morning coffee, strong pouring everything you got into a paycheck Friday night. Your power stroke, diesel backhoe riding king, 18-wheeler driving, living life in between the lines of clocking in and quitting time. Then the six-string circus comes to town. We hang them speakers over the crowd. When the lights come on, everybody screaming. Every song of the girl that's singing tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're with, the smoke that we're with, the party we throw, it's going all night long. When the lights come on, when the lights come on, you're a little shy thing with a wild side on a night like this. You just can't hide, cause it's time to live it up. So come on and raise your cup. If we're talking about memories, yeah, we're gonna make them. Talking about rules, you know we're gonna break them. When the lights come on, everybody's screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody's singing. Every word to every song to the girl that's singing tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're the smoke that we're the party we throw, it's going all night long. When the lights come on, when the lights come on. Yeah, we all the same cause we thinking the same thing. We on the same page cause we sipping the same drink. Here's a little something to thank y'all for showing up. Al Dean and the boys are about to blow it up. When the lights come on and everybody's screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody's singing. Every word to every song to the girl that's singing tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're with, the smoke that we're the party we throw, it's going all night long. When the lights come on, when the lights come on, your buzz blowing it up, it's going all night long. When the lights come on.
Hard to admit that I used to draw portraiture in a human form, doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing, moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and amused from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth who refused to belong. No name nuisance, who's in a bedroom, who's in a brand new cuneiform. Barely commune with the horde, got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone out to the yap of a magpie, unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, little bit of backlight, black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get 3 dimensions stuffed in a 2. Then it's off to a school where it's all that you do, being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a 2-bedroom, doing menial jobs. Plus rhyming and stealing and being a clod, distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of giving the light, I left some will the spirit away. I let my fears materialize, I let my skills deteriorate. Horn about a thought of what I should have been, continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky, it's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. all heart, though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings. Used to paint, hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face, stenciled fire in his roommate's face. It was blooming addiction, a missing a push and a pigment. Book like a tattooed pigskin look. Pinhead kids in a minute. Drank Kool-Aid from a tube of acrylic, and I grew up in a linseed oil ever linen. Joy to the poison, voice to the resin. Capture a map of a gesture. Back up, add a little accurate fat to the figure. Redo that, move that inward. Zinc white lightning.
Yo, you get the invite?
Studio strewn with illusion and tinctures. Stay tuned for the spooky adventures. You can imagine the stars that align when a forearm starts foreshortening right or a torso hung on a warping spine in proportion. Reads is warm and alive. Routine day with a dirt cheap brush. Then a week goes by and it goes untouched.
Alright, well, I was sitting on it. I'm about to send it again.
I left some seasons eager to fall. I left some work to bury alive. I let my means of being dissolved. I let my person curl up and die. Eating up his innards and unfeasible anxiety is brutally committed to relinquishing his privacy, aligning with the trials of the anti-Midas. Snap on the back lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. They will chop you down just to count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings. And now we're
Alright.
colors pouring out of the fringe.
Can you hear me?
Though we would have made cowardly kings, they will chop you down just to count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings.
Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul.
I think my job.
I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's already there?
Oh, Ellie. You gonna be all red.
Bring a friend along, yeah. Now, I got paper and I ain't gon' chase you, baby. I'm gon' take you down. Now, come on, shake it, baby. Turn that around. I'm like,
oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. I can
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we have a matchup of two dynamic receivers who are known to take the top off the defense. It's Jeremy Maclin versus Odell Beckham Jr. With that, we're off to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey as we bring in the two men who will call our game, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at
Can
MetLife
you see
Stadium
the
in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Okay.
Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Giants. Defense showing blitz. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And this is Shepard on the catch. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here we go now with a look at the offensive starters for the New York Football Giants.
And Rashad Jennings, a running back, 7th-round pick when he came out. People tended to overlook him a little bit. But the last half of 2015, when he got the ball full-time, he showed his wares. Over 800 yards, he definitely has a 1,000-yard season in his future.
To throw is Manning. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Another solid performance for OBJ in Week 12. 2 more touchdowns, 96 yards. So tough to cover.
And there's no way that I look down my nose at a 96-yard day. But what we come to expect out of OBJ is well over 100 yards to go along with 2 touchdowns. To me, it just shows how efficient he is as a route runner. Doesn't have to be a big play. It can be intermediate, short plays. It doesn't matter. The way he competes for the ball is something else. And did you catch his touchdown celebrations this past Sunday?
I did.
Paying homage to a Cleveland icon.
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Manning to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds Beckham complete. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with the defensive given.
Throwing on 1st down is Manning. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Eric Berry's the textbook definition of ball-hawking safety. You name it, he can do it on the football field.
And on 2nd and 10 now. And the D looking like they may blitz. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, 46 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be hit.
Give me the fumble, y'all.
Releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
Second down now after the incompletion. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. They complete it to Hill. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Smith throwing again. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And Hill with it over the middle. It's a nice pickup of 20.
see what the defense. See what in the world these folks on defense is. Jesus. I just kept them on, man. And then when you try it, man, you shoot down slow. I wonder they 9 back to 66 and yeah.
Yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. So they're operating in the red zone. And the wideout in motion. 1st and goal here from the 9. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
To throw is Smith, out to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at 14. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So it's 4th down, and the Chiefs called on their kicker, Cairo Santos, for the field goal try. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good.
Yeah.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
I'm letting the whole field goal
fade. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they were...
I got everybody faster. Nope. Perkins. Yeah, these folks slow.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Is this intercepted?
Bear. Okay, ain't no bear right there. You're on the one, though. You're on the one.
These Kansas City Chiefs get ready to go on offense and try to keep pace with Oakland. Out west, they're 8-3, Oakland at 9-2. But what a win they had in Week 12. And Tyreek Hill, what a game he had, Charles.
When you start talking about doing something that hasn't been done since Gale Sayers in 1965, rushing touchdown, receiving touchdown, return touchdown in the same game, that's big time performance. Tyreek Hill may be the fastest guy in the league now. When I see him with a football taking off,
no, wow. You're still on the way.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. After the run, Smith going to throw. Conley's got it over the middle. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Hey, the defense is in this game as well. They wanted to make it a tough third down. They were able to do so on that last play, preventing a big gain.
From his goal line here, Smith. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. Smith throwing again. He's going to look deep down the field. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a third down attempt.
NFL teams last year a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4.
The game is close. You got a good football game here.
They are going for it. It's Smith. Steps away to his left. And Wilson has it. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He hits West underneath. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Olivier Vernon in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. To throw on second down is Smith. He gets it to Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Third and long, it's Smith. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Martin, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense now everything here.
You did a fake. Don't tell me you did a fake for real. You going to fake it for real?
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. Kelce out in the slot right. They snap it to Smith. And Hill with it over the middle. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on fourth.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
From the red zone now, Smith trying to find his tight end, Kelce, and it's intercepted.
Yeah, like you said.
Turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Manning will try again on second down. And he whips that one incomplete.
Oh, man.
Will tie the intended receiver. And it takes us from second to third down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
On play action. Now Manning. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roll free and brings up fourth down. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on fourth down. The rookie fifth-rounder Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And here's a very low-line drive. Almost whiffed on it. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now he'll let it go. And got his man complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Charkandrick West, 45 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Charles, his Chiefs defense came up big when they needed to against Denver. Had the big stop in overtime. A free kick return touchdown, a safety. They had played an integral role.
And they got Justin Houston back, and they've been looking forward to that for a long time. It was the second game back since the ACL surgery that he had last season. But, boy, what a force he is because, remember, D Ford stepped up this year and really took some of the pressure off of the loss of Justin Houston. Justin Houston is back and letting everyone know he can handle his business from here on out.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
After the interception, here's Smith. Quick slant, that's caught by the veteran Macklin. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, it's Smith. He's got the hook up with Conlon. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Well, completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage. It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Throwing on third down, Smith. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They start on the ground with West. And he's got some space here. 13 yards there on the pickup. Good enough for a Kansas City first down.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle? If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Smith. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 18 yards there and a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Caught. Kelsey, left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Smith turns and gives to West. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's first and goal. Now West. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
God,
a nice play for the defense.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring,
you gotta spit that out.
Where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And then caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline, somewhat happy.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, that, you know, like some people be there forever. They always release them.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Manning to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And he's got one tie.
Got that one right there.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Being stubborn on that. Real stubborn.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Some of the most unselfish players.
Man with the cheese, bro. I tell you, bro, I hate seeing
defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football, but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Offense comes to the line now. First and 10.
Pick him up, man.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Here's Manning to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Hey, that man to man. Hey, that man to man.
I think this comes up man to man. Until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Barbecue chicken.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Manning will try again on 2nd down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Again, they'll throw with Manning. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright, and it caroms in. Not the most convincing kick you'll see, but it got it to go. And that will cut the lead back.
You good, though, man, 'cause I use it all my time.
13-10. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel. And I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's a really fine play there, because anytime you see a comeback route, that means you cannot just stay in one spot and make a play on the ball. You've got to move your feet and move with the receiver, and that's exactly what he did.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Macklin, the man in motion right. On 2nd and 10, Smith stays on his feet. He'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Keenan Robinson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Get him over there. Hey, get him now. Get him there.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Third and long, it's Smith. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Harris now to return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Cruz has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And quickly, they get to the line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. From midfield, here's Manning. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. The offense lining up 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And they get 28.
I would throw this. For real, I would throw this. I did present. I ain't gonna lie. I would
got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
I would lie. Why would I lie? Any other time I tell you the truth. I got to lie on that one. I was throwing the X.
1st and 10 now.
No, I was throwing this. I promise you. I saw that last second.
Another pistol look here.
I ain't gonna lie. X. Oh, Jennings, whoever X was.
He'll look to throw. It's caught by OBJ. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. There he goes right side. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left.
That's just like that. I can see you like do that for real.
By the way, it's a
I can see you like do that for real.
Not with my chicken scratch. Not at all.
Oh, man. Yeah, we run back. Oh, man.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
portraiture in a human form, doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing, moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and a muse from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth to refuse to belong. No name nuisance, who's in a bedroom, who's in a brand new cuneiform. Barely commune with the horde, got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone out to the yap of a magpie, unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, little bit of backlight, black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get three dimensions stuffed in a two. Then it's off to a school where it's all you get to, being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a two-bedroom doing menial jobs. Plus rhyming and stealing and being a clod, distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of giving a light, I left some will to spirit away. I let my fears materialize, I let my skills deteriorate. Horn about a thought of what I should have been, continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky, it's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings. And there were colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings. Used to paint, hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face, stenciled fire in his roommate's face. It was blooming addiction, a miss and a push and a pigment. Book like a tattooed pigskin look. Pinhead kids in a minute, drank Kool-Aid from a tube of acrylic and it grew up in a...
You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we have a matchup of two of the best linebackers in the league, also a Super Bowl 48 rematch. It's Bobby Wagner going up against Brandon Marshall. So let's get you out to Denver for the call of our game. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Straight ahead, a rematch of Super Bowl 48, and it should be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks
and the
Denver Broncos. Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Hi, Vombo.
They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. Now a play fake here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
Who are you looking for? You said that's my business?
On second down, here's Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
5 people over there.
Here's the offense. Certainly some threats on this offense, and one of them that they target is Doug Baldwin.
Not only does he do a nice job catching the ball downfield, he's also a tremendous blocker that helps unleash the running game.
Third and long. It's Wilson. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found there on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson.
You had that streak the whole time. Way too late.
It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So
Jesus!
That's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because
everybody's not Pitter, boy. Everybody's not Pitter. Hey, man. God.
Head scratcher. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. On 2nd and 10, Simeon. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Earl Thomas is the rangiest free safety in the game. Great reactions, great understanding, and boy, will he strike you when the ball's in his area.
Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on! But no dice that time.
And the cutback to the sideline. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
I know back in the good old days, just about every team was constructed to power run to the right side. We just saw a pitch to the right side that worked pretty well.
It's easier going to the right than the left?
It just used to be very simply that the right side was always the power side. I think that's just one of those old things. I'm not sure it's still the same, but on that play, it certainly felt like we were back to the future.
Yeah, and it worked. And here are the defensive starters. In your old position, you get to talk about the secondary.
The best athletes on the field, Brandon.
Debatable.
Well, we'll see how this goes today. I love the way you put my guys down. But you know this. They've got to cover, and they have to tackle. They have a heck of a task in front of them in this game.
On 2nd down, Rawls. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. On 3rd down, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. 2nd and 10, Simeon again. His throw incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd, Simeon. And that's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. Back deep for the Seahawks, the all-pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one.
They got trades him out of him. They won't trade him.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the 11 on offense coming back out for Seattle and maybe a little tired, maybe a little jet lag. The Seahawks have traveled over 27,000 miles this season, and the 5,000-mile round trip to Tampa was their second jaunt to the East Coast in 3 weeks.
I've never met a team in the NFL is less concerned about their travel than the Seattle Seahawks.
And that's good.
And that's good for them. And you're right. They could be tired. They could be fatigued. As you said, second time in 3 weeks, you'll never hear it come out of their mouths. Their head coach, Pete Carroll, whatever you put in front of us, we'll deal with it. Let's just get on the plane and go play. And I think it serves them pretty well overall.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
It's caught on the left side by Kurz. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Again, Wilson. They set up the screen to Rawls. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 4-yard pickup. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. Third and 2, now Wilson going to Rawls on the dump off. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Thomas Rawls there. And it's 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion. There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Another run, but this time it's Rawls. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Really good, solid run right there, and they did it from a 4-wide receiver set. And if you're an offensive coordinator, they used to tell people, hey, we're going to throw the football. Now they use 4 receivers on the field to spread things out, give them more running lanes and more options. And also, it usually takes the bigger defenders off the field, makes the defense lighter and easier to run against.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll buy some time right. And his throw.
Man, you paid me. Man, you paid me out for that.
Tyler Lockett was the target.
That was a good play.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. On second down, Wilson flushed out right. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Yeah, it's called a pick.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Back to the air, Simeon on second down.
Oh, my God, man.
Throw is incomplete. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon.
Hey, dude. Dang.
Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
Not only was that a 3 and
out,
it was
trash,
a 3rd straight incompletion on this drive, and they didn't even think about trying to run the football. Now they have to give it up.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On second down, here's Wilson. And incomplete.
I'm about to say. I'm about to say. He got. I ain't gonna lie. He probably threw the gram. He probably caught it.
For him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. On third down, Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And fourth down coming up.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out fumble. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Simeon on third down. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning.
Have we ever won the halftime 0-0?
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
I'll make it one.
They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Simeon. And Green with a catch left side.
Now you want to catch some pass.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 11 on the gain there. And it'll be good for a Denver first down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a first down throw, Simeon. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd and 10, Simeon. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Simeon, throw, but incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Oh, he's got some breathing room. They come up in an offset eye. They start on the ground with Rawls. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
They stay on the ground. Rawls again. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Pitch goes to Rawls. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. The grab made by Curse over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. A 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And now they're in the hurry-up.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down it.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Hauschka's kick is good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we.
Devontae Booker, 30, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Devontae Booker, 81 yards, and the Broncos have taken the lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming.
I can't believe it. Good God, this kicker trash. Did the Broncos lose the game with his back? Ain't this the same kicker like he missed a lot of kicks? I say they ain't this the same Broncos kicker that missed a lot of kicks or something another game or something like that.
Good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd.
He had to have like a bad game.
A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
2nd down now after the pass completion. Now Wilson on 2nd down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin.
Where you going?
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And he's got Lockett. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
First down, this is Rawls. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. A couple of Broncos there in on the tackle.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Halfback sent in motion. Now Wilson on first down. Buying time to his left. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the
running
box,
for his life out
he
there
just
for
threw
1
the
yard.
ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
on second down. Here's Wilson. They set up the screen to Rawls. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. Flush to his right.
Thank you.
And it is incomplete. And that incompletion gives me a second to say I'm sorry. Because last week I knocked your yams. And my mom made a casserole with yams. And it was spectacular on Thanksgiving. As was the football. It was a great 3 game.
No one knocks the yams first and foremost. And I want to thank your mom for making that casserole and turning you around. But look at the games we had. Minnesota, Detroit. Fourth quarter comeback for Detroit once more. They had a big win. How about the second game? Washington at Dallas. Washington onside kick late with a chance to try and get the ball back and win it. And then the last game, Big Ben, once again a monster performance against the Colts.
Booker on first down. Room here to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 on that one. And it'll be first down, Denver.
That's funny. Only in Madden, but I don't know Madden.
His performance on the
ground. Only in Madden, but
that puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On first and 10, Simeon. Green with a catch left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Virgil Green, 29 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback.
All right, got to look
when all else fails, not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Here comes the D swarming to the line. After the interception, here's Simeon. Looking deep for Demarius. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot. Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough third down awaits them.
Green alone out to the right.
Here we go now.
Throwing on third down, Simeon. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time, one play interception, so this offense...
I'll be holding down.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time
Talib.
By Akeem Talib.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And some extras coming up on the line here, ready for the blitz. On first down, Simeon. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman.
No, please, no.
Inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. In the red zone this time. Let's go. Over. On first down, it's Simeon. That's caught. It's Thomas. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
You got it in there.
To throw on second is Simeon. His pass caught at the 4. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Another pistol look here. 3rd and short, it's Booker. And he'll go back. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And McManus able to put it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
Broncos got a good defense.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Complete. Richardson has it.
I'll be pressing like play over top, play underneath, and play outside.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. 3rd and 2. Now Wilson got a man, and he hits him
like play over top. They're going to stretch it.
It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 6 there on first. And the offense moving quickly to the line. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Chris Harris with a pick. The try.
Almost got it.
Denver gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one.
I don't know about that.
Toe bad.
I don't know about that. Super toe. How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
A second down carry for Booker. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Gone. Back
it might work.
From the gun on 3rd, Simeon.
Yep.
He is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Go for 2. When we go for 2, it kicks bigger. Okay, hot route to Duke. Hot route to outside. Hot route Sanders to a post. No, hot route Sanders to a to the first down. Like you get,
And they will line up now for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
Yeah, the same thing. The person controlling the Seattle defense.
And using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that one.
Oh, but hey, who playing right now, though? Who playing right now, though? Who playing right now? Oh, man. Oh, no OTs. Can't beat the Chiefs, though. Can't beat the Chiefs, though. Beat all the other 31 teams in the NFL, but can't beat the Chiefs. Oh, man. Woo, Bill Vaughn. Do a little dance. Right? He did dance, too. He did a little Bob in there. Yeah, he is ridiculous on it. He is ridiculous. He is ridiculous on it. He is ridiculous. Like, when you get a chance, look at his stats. When you get a chance, look at his stats.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20.
And he died. He got a touchdown. Hey, man. That would be funny, though. You would have got that, though. Oh, man. Oh,
but some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Hey, I don't care what they are. As long as you don't act like you got to win.
To try to pick up the first, they pick up more than that. They pick up a score.
I'm not even sure the analytics guys
would
think
2.
that was a good gamble. 4th down there going for it. But they pressed the issue. And not only did they complete the pass downfield, how about the run after catch that ends up culminating in a touchdown? That's a huge play.
And it's incomplete. It was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.